Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I've been a little under the weather the past few days, so I'm still getting over being sick, but we're back out here. Gonna be doing some fun stuff with the white Cabover. But before we jump outside and go do semi-truck stuff, we're in the merch room here. I want to tell you guys we're gonna be giving away a Milwaukee grease gun and battery and charger. All you gotta do is go to the website and make a purchase this week, and we're gonna be drawing one random person's name at the beginning of the week next week, and we're gonna be sending out a Milwaukee grease gun to that special person. We've got 2 here. We've got 2 more on the way, so we're going to do 1 a week for who knows how long. But go to thebrucewilsonshop.com, grab some merch, and maybe you'll get a grease gun in your box. So let's go outside and get to work. So here we are, folks. We're taking the white collar of the Cabover. We're going to pick up a tractor and 2 mowers, a batwing bush hog and a 10-foot bush hog, I think, to work on for the shop. And then we're going to bring her back. We're going to be doing some different quarter fenders on it, the old ones that came off the Pete here. I may try to find a place to put the deck plate on it. A few other things. We're going to try to clean this thing up a little bit. Maybe get the front bumper put on it if it'll fit it. And we're going to be ordering up some new tires for it very, very soon. So I'm super pumped to get to work on the white collar of the Cabover. Alright, so we made it out here to Mr. Lincoln's place. We're going to try to pick up this tractor, see if we can swing in this driveway. It is a little narrow here. I think we got the old Cabover. We definitely won't be doing this in the tractor taxi, that's for dang sure. Oh, this road looks terrible. Poor Ryan over there ain't got air ride. Well, let's get this stuff done. Yeehaw! Let's get everything loaded up. Ryan is sweating his butt off while I was in an AC cab. Shout out to him, guys. Mowers are all loaded up. We're gonna get these things chained down, get back to the shop. This is like the first official load for White Collar. Put this baby to work right here local. We do have some, got some farm insurance on it, so we can only use it within 150 miles. So she's staying right here, but we're gonna be using it for picking up all its farm equipment. So, got our Ford tractor in front. It's got a list of stuff. These two mowers, Mr. Lincoln, want us to pick up. He used to have a big, massive grove here, and the grove's gone, so they've been sitting, but he's gonna put them back to work, mowing these pastures. So we're gonna get them in tip-top shape and get back to the shop. So let's get them chained down. We'll be out of here. It's hot. Made it back to the shop. We're gonna get all this stuff unloaded. It is like 110 degrees outside right now. We thought it was hot in Texas, but man, we forgot how hot it is here in Florida. It's really freaking hot. And humidity, because it just rained. Love bugs. It's so miserable here, guys. I hate Florida with a passion. We have an amazing governor. Other than that, everything sucks about Florida. So hot. I'm so ready to move to Tennessee or something. This thing must be out of hydraulic oil again. Look at it. It's not wanting to do anything else. Is it leaking back there anywhere? I think it's out of oil. So I think that's a problem. This trailer just didn't have much oil in it for some reason. I don't know why. And our oil tank is just not very full. I'm still on the hunt. I think I may just go ahead and order a new oil tank for this thing like we talked about. I want to put it over. Let's walk around the other side and I'll show the folks what I'm talking about. Okay. So this right here is another air tank. And I want to take this air tank and move it. We got an air leak. I hear it leaking somewhere in here. How to find it. I think it's a leak. It's air for the PTO. But anyways, I want to move this air tank somewhere else, and I want to put a PTO oil tank right here to basically match the width from that tank over there back over here, and that'll take up this space and get rid of that oil tank up top there. And this plate that stands up, I want to get rid of it, and trying to make this as flat as possible, because it might, when you get rid of all the stuff up top like we see on the Pete, it makes the trucks look longer and look better, honestly. So I think that's what I want to try to do next. So we need to try to find them tanks sooner rather than later. Yep. So now we've made it back to the shop. I'm starting to lose my voice, but Brian has been here tinkering with our little Bobcat. While I was out of town, I said, hey, if we're a little bit slow, grab the Bobcat, pull it in the shop. So he got the new wheels and tires put on here. I wanted to paint it before we did all this work, but we just need to get this thing running and moving because it's pretty much useless not running and moving. So you got the new engine put in here. Brian, will you fire this thing up for us right quick? Oh, you can't? No, because it's going to leak hydraulic oil everywhere. Yeah, I probably shouldn't. But anyways, he's got the new engine put in here, new pulley on it. I had to order a pulley because the pulley that was originally on the engine was missing. So that baby's on there. It's all hooked up. I forgot where we got this engine from. It was a direct replacement. It came with the throttle cable and a few other things to adapt it, including those little blocks down there and whatnot. So it's on there. It runs. Had some bad hydraulic lines, so he's working on pulling the lines out of the bottom of it right now. But hopefully we'll have a little working and driving little mini skid steer this week sometime. So comment down below. Should we do a full video on getting this thing completely done and running and working? Let me know. We're going to get everything unloaded off the old White Collar here and pull it up here in the door and try to get some work done on it. Oh, this thing's old as dirt. Oldie. Old girl. This used to be a growth sprayer. Probably has like 47,000 hours on it. All right, folks, so we're gonna pull the stock bumper off here and see if my bumper adapter plates will fit it. That came off the chrome bumper, which was on blue collar. For now, white collar. I was gonna start getting some hand-me-downs for like the Peterbilt and stuff like that. And we're gonna be making a trip back to the chrome shop because I want to replace some of these lights like these with some nice round LEDs. And I do like the old school glass headlight. We might leave those, but we definitely got to do something different about the cab lights because if you look up top from over here, the left cab light is gone. It's got those up there on the factory ones, but I think we could do something a little bit cooler and neater just to kind of dress the truck up a little bit since we're going to be using it. So let's get this old bumper off and slap the new one on here, and hopefully these universal brackets will fit. Since these bolts don't want to come off and they want to be rusted on there, we're going to show them who's freaking boss. Bruce don't play games. No, I'm just going to use this. Okay. World's greatest nut buster right here. Gateway visual for our safety. They sent me some new glasses. Loving these things. I swear, if I could just get
the mouth.
I swear. Can I get a striker that works, please? Thank you. Thank you very much. Another striker? Don't shut off on me, baby. Come on now. Get some air out of that line. There we go. All right. I'll try to cut the back of these nuts off so don't mess up the bumper in case it doesn't fit. So, of course, I can't see them. Melted some skin. I know, it doesn't. Got her off. The reason those bolts weren't to cut like they should is they're made out of stainless. So I had a stainless bolt with a regular nut. That's why they froze up. Okay, universal bracket. Please universally fit this freaking thing right here, please. Doesn't look like it's going to universally fit, Brian. That's really close right there. Of course, I don't know. Can we flip it? I don't think we can flip it upside down because right there is the way it was. Yeah, if we flip it up, but maybe it'll go this way. Hey, let's try this. But that bracket that I made's in the way now. Nope, it won't go that way either. Well, poop. So to line up here, I think if we put it right there, and we got to measure the top holes from here to here and see if it's going to fit. So it does look like it's kind of bent up, don't it? Wonder if we bend it down a little bit, it's going to bring it over some. Big tools, that's what I usually work with anyways. So here's my logic here, people. I think that if we bend this bracket down some, our universal bumper brackets may fit and work. All right, let's try that. This right here needs to come out. Bada boom. I have a feeling these holes aren't going to line up. They're not going to be spaced correctly now. Now it's time to go get the measuring tape and we'll find out. I don't think it's gonna fit. Crap! Yep, they're too wide. Poop. Poopity poop poop. Poop. I don't like it. So we got to set on there. It just doesn't look good. This thing needs a rounded bumper, not in a squared edge. When I originally got this bumper, it's because I didn't really know anything about semis. I was like, yeah, just give me a bumper. We'll put it on there, but this doesn't look good. We got like a hand's distance right here in between the bumper and the cab. It doesn't like round off. I mean, it looks so much better if it was rounded. I don't like it at all. I'm not putting it on there. I'm not gonna do that to this truck. It just doesn't look good at all. This thing needs a 20-inch bumper, or not even a 20, maybe just like a rounded edge bumper with 45s down. So we're still gonna be using this thing off-road and stuff like that, so it deserves something a little bit more work, I think. So maybe we'll have to custom order a bumper that's more worky. But yeah. So now that we're not gonna be putting the bumper on the truck today, I do want to measure the space we've got right here. Diameter of these tanks, so we can try it. So 26-inch diameter tanks. I plan on keeping these. If we ever do paint the frame and stuff, I'm just gonna paint them a nice gloss black. Kind of keep it old school. So yeah, 26-inch tanks. We've got about 2 foot of space to honestly work with. So 26 inches, 2 foot of space. Now I also want to order like a deck plate that goes from the front up here to the back to cover up all of this space. Try to make this thing look nice, a place to walk and step on. So about 5 foot deck plate there. Or actually, we may just get some friends of ours to make something right here in town, but 5 foot deck plate, 26-inch tank there, 2 foot of space to work with. We'll get rid of all this stuff. Make this stack around here look a little bit nicer. This thing does have a little bit of an oil leak on the valve cover, I've noticed. And we've still been running around with one belt on the fan, one belt on the alternator. So we got to put those belts on it. What else kind of stuff do we got to get done? I guess that's about it for now. We just need to clean this space up a little bit. This truck will look so much longer. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it will look so much longer with that deck plate being on there and nothing being in the way. Going. So these right here are the wheels for the white Cabover. Our friends over at buytruckwheels.com, I hit them up and said, hey, I've got this beautiful Cabover and it needs some aluminum wheels. So what do you know? Whole pallet of these babies showed up. Awesome guys. Check this out. They are a 22.5. I wanted to stay with 22.5s. I know it might have looked good on 24.5s, but these right here are going to do the job. No problem. Dang, this is some serious stuff right here. I know, I'm afraid the plastic's is going to cut me more than the razor blade will. So we got 10, yes, 10 brand new wheels to go on this baby. It's going to look fresh. So excited. I think this is probably a box full of lug nut covers and stuff. Oh, that's heavy. What is this? This might be some swag. Or it might not. It probably isn't, but who knows. Swag. Oh, yeah. Here's your box. Box on. He sent us a bunch of cloths and polishing supplies there. Yeah, let's check some of these wheels out. We know what they look like because we have the same wheels on Blue Collar. But come on. We gotta see what they look like again. All brand new. Oh. Ah, Big Daddy. Big old aluminum wheel. Aluminium. And these are a Bud style stud centric, stud pilot. There you go. So the way these wheels work is instead of having the hub that lines them up, the studs actually line them up. Dang, look at that. Shoo, boy. All right, we don't want to expose them too much. I guess now that I've seen them, I'm gonna have to order some wheels or some tires. I mean, I've been putting it off. Like, do I order like Michelin's or, you know, Goodyear or a really good brand of tire? But since we don't use the truck that much, it really doesn't make sense to spend like $700 per tire. So I'm thinking we may put another set of Hercules, kind of like what are on Blue Collar, and kind of just go with that. I think that'll do the job just fine. So, yeah, $700 tire times 10, babe. Big dollars. Big dollars. Well, there's our wheels for old White Collar. We'll try to work on this thing this week. We'll get some stuff going on. We may have to make another trip to the chrome shop, go spend some more money I don't need to spend. But hey, it's Daddy's money, so what does it matter? All right, party people, go to brucelessshop.com, grab your merch, get entered to win the Milwaukee grease gun and battery and charger set. I'm giving one of these things away every week until I decide not to. So we got 2 here, got a couple more on the way, so we got a solid 4 weeks of giving them away. brucelessshop.com, grab your merch. I'm freaking tired. We'll see y'all in the next video.